Did you know that at one time Magic the Gathering was getting into the shoe game? Well, let's all be funky fresh fly kids and head on back to the past for the super kick talking. Greetings, owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles. We are here today to discuss shoes. Shoes of all things. Back in the day, and by the day, I mean June of 2009, so a decade ago, Wizards of the Coast put out an article that says, it's shoe time, because why not start with the terrible joke? That's what I did. That's what I did in this video. So, it says, show your colors. The ultimate design battle has begun. Ever wanted to see your Magic-themed artwork on shirts, hats, even shoes? And they emphasized it that way. That's not just me. Magic the Gathering has partnered with RYZ, or Rise, to make that happen. We bring you the Show Your Colors competition. It's go time. All you artists and designers with a passion for Magic can now submit your best Magic-themed work, and maybe you will rise to the top. The winner receives design immortality, as well as $1,000 and an uncut foil sheet of Magic cards. Honestly, I have to say, as far as actually hooking you up for getting involved with one of their contests, this is pretty good. Wizards of the Coast is usually pretty cheap when it comes to rewarding people. Like, they never gave the guy who invented Double Strike anything. They never actually gave him anything. Anything. And this, they're actually going, you know what, if we choose your design, we're going to give you $1,000 and an uncut foil sheet of Magic cards. That's not normally how they do it. So it says, not an artist or a designer, but skilled with words. Voice your thoughts by critiquing the submissions and chatting it up in the forum. Wow, way to sell that idea. Woo, you can, no good at the competition? Well, you can talk about it then. Go talk about it. So my friends, I thought it would be cool to take a look. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put up on the screen multiple images. We'll take a look at a number of variations of these different styles of shoes, show you the packaging, all that good stuff. And then at the end, we're gonna have a little bit of a bonus chuckle where we talk about what happened to the Rise company, because I was genuinely surprised. I was like, okay, what's up with these guys? Let's go check out their official website. And I wasn't prepared for what I ran into. In all honesty, I genuinely wasn't. Anyhow, let's start out by taking a look at, we'll start by looking at the actual packaging that the shoes came in. So you start out with this box. It's got the Rise wear in the corner. You've got a Magic limited edition sticker. Now, each of the different shoe designs, as far as I understand, had a limit of 100, like we're only gonna make 100 pairs of each of these different shoes. So they came in a cardboard box that looked like this. It had it would have also an image of the cards. Good Lord, I'm so used to talking about cards. It would have an image of the shoes along with the size. These were unisex shoes. So you would have, for example, this one is a size 9 for men, a size 10.5 for women. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, this is a 10.5. What? Admittedly, that confuses me a little. I don't understand shoe sizes. So when you open up these boxes, you would find that it comes in a nice cloth bag. Now, I've only ever gotten one pair of shoes that came in cloth bags, and they were expensive shoes. Speaking of expense, these shoes actually cost $100 a pair back in 2009 when they came out, and that's American money. So let us take a look. What I'm going to do is I'm just gonna start throwing up random images in no specific order. So we're starting out with this pair that has the 5 different colored mana symbols along the side. What you have to understand is some of these shoes will have official Magic artwork on them, and some of them were originally like fan designs where they took some of the logos and moved them around. They submitted, actually, there was people who submitted their own personal art as well, which we'll see. The next thing we're gonna look at here is a Damnation. Honestly, the Damnation shoe looks amazing. You've got the big black void of the Damnation. You can see all the people there, all getting sucked up. The whole world's getting ruined by Damnation. It's a good look for the sneakers. That big black, basically the big black dot of the Damnation Sun works really well. The shoes do look kind of dirty because of it, but I guess on the upside, that means when the shoes get dirty, you'll be all good. Then you've got an interesting play on colors here. You actually have black shoes with red black mana symbols, right? So normally the black mana symbol's black. Here we have it in red, and it works really well, in all honesty. It's a very, very vivid looking shoe. Honestly, when I was looking at these shoes earlier, I was like, man, I would love to have a pair of these. These shoes are dope. But I mean, first of all, I'd have to find a size 11 because that's my shoe size. So tracking down a size 11 pair of these when there's only 100 pairs made in total, I don't know. I think that that's never going to happen. So moving on to the next bit of interest on these shoes, you can see that down the back of the shoe, or is actually, no, yeah, it looks like the back to me. Although this might actually be the front. My brain might just be tripping out. This is either the front or the back. You make up your mind. I do feel like it's the back. On the back, you've got the Magic logo with the 5 mana symbols going down, looking very nice. They had another design where they slapped all the planeswalkers in random directions on there, almost like you were a kid and just taped or glued a bunch of Magic cards to your shoes. I actually like the look of it. It's visually striking. They made sure to variate the different planeswalkers in different colors, so you end up with a very interesting looking shoe. Then we've got this one that we're looking at here is actually fan art. So this is Magic fan art. You can see the mana symbols down there at the bottom in the back and near the heel. But overall, this artwork is nothing that ever appeared on a Magic card. This is somebody who designed their own art, submitted it for the contest, and it was selected. That's got to be a good feeling, in all honesty. If you think about that, you're going up against all pre-existent Magic artwork being used for different designs, and they select yours. That's a pretty big win. Then we've got like one that feels a little more subtle to a degree, where, I mean, it's still not 100% subtle, but you've got, it's like a Future Sight card frame. You can see the way that the mana symbols are nestled into it, and I like the way that as they move up towards the ankle, that the mana symbols are actually like shrinking in size. Or if you want to look at it the other way, they're growing in size as you get down closer to your toes. And I think that this like steel gray and black coloration works really well. Anybody who knows Magic is going to see that and be like, yo, legit, those are some sick Magic shoes. But other people are still going to be able to appreciate them just for the design. And actually, I really, really like the fact that they concluded the Future Sight frame for it. I think that's pretty dope. Then we've got a pair of Path to Exile shoes. Honestly, Path to Exile shoes, Path of Exile, Path to Exile. Honestly, I don't know if I'm confusing the card name in the game now because there is that game. Either way, it's a really awesome choice. The artwork on the Path to Exile is really dope, right? And I don't know, I mean, it's got path in the name, like you're headed somewhere, and it shows the bottom of the shoes. There's actually a number of different designs that show up on the bottom of the shoes. Some have all the mana symbols. In this case, you can see they just decided to have a white mana symbol, one white, just like the casting cost. And I gotta say, I like the way that works. That's pretty dope, truthfully. And the next image we're looking at is actually those shoes we saw before with the Future Sight logo, but now we're seeing the bottom of them as well, so you can see all the mana symbols along with the big M for Magic. Pretty dope shoes overall. After that, we've got something old schoolers can appreciate far more. This is Morphling, for you kids who don't know. This is old school Morphling. He was a huge deal. And this card, I keep saying card. I'm used to talking about cards, boys. This shoe is, I don't know. I like the Morphling, but I don't like the fact that the black smoke trails off at the back and then starts at the toes. I feel like I would like this shoe more if it just had the Morphling and didn't have anything going on up in the toe area. Some of these shoes actually ended up in like display cases in like a Magic museum or display. You can see that they've gone ahead and displayed the red mana symbol black shoes that we looked at earlier somewhere in some kind of museum looking display, which is pretty funky, honestly. And then we have these gray, what is it? This is, oh my God, what is the name of it? The name is not coming to me. It's Gravestorm. There you go. Gravestorm shoes. These things look absolutely awesome. And there's We've got this one from the side view, and you can see there's a lot going on. They got the Planeswalker symbol in the front of them. And then we've also got the actual bottoms of them, which you can see look like massive undead. It's pretty sweet, man. Imagine sitting back, kicking your feet up, and that's what's displayed on the heels of your shoes. So overall, I think that these shoes are really, really dope. Now, I mentioned earlier that we were going to take a look at the company that made these shoes and what they were up to. And I thought that they would still be involved with making crazy shoes, maybe marketing with different companies, but nope. Now, when you go to Rise website, it says reach the culture for Jesus with Christian t-shirts. And then there's a huge like block of text, and it talks about things like, after all, the world's open up to the influence of non-traditional marketing. Followers of Christ are commanded by Jesus to take and spread the gospel to the ends of the earth. Whether you call it evangelizing, witnessing, or simply sharing your testimony, at the end of the day, for all intents and purposes, it's a form of marketing, albeit it's marketing the greatest message ever known to man. And then down at the bottom, it says, recently there was a popular survey that found the average Christian shirt was read as many as 3,000 times before being discarded. I thought that was really, really weird to say you're going to wear the shirt 3,000 times before you throw it away. Or you're not going to wear it 3,000 times. My apologies. It's going to be read 3,000 times. Like, how do you get that? Where do you get the survey? Like, how do you even figure out that information? So it's pretty crazy to me that you went from like Magic the Gathering, which some religious people would actually consider like heresy and witchcraft and whatever. And then now they're just, all they do is sell Christian t-shirts. That's it. That's what the company does. And I actually thought they would have folded. I thought these guys probably have gone out of business, but nope, they're Christian shirt sellers now. So I thought that was just a funny little like side note to add on to this. Nothing quite like your camera dying in the middle of a recording. So as I was saying, I think this is a pretty hilarious little anecdote, a little footnote for the history of Magic the Gathering shoes. Just wanted to toss that in there. Let me know what you guys think overall of these funky shoes. Would you be a funky, cool, fresh kid wearing these kicks down the street, making all the other kids feel extremely jealous? Anyhow, let me know in the comments, my friends. A shout out to Butterfingers and Nathan Lamoth for joining my Patreon. Thank you very much for supporting my funky fly work. Big thank you to all my patrons and channel members. And I say to you, my friends, remember,
together we are the sixth color of magic!